Yo, hey guys, what's poppin'? Jacques Slade here, back with another unboxing. And well, I don't know if there's much more that I need to say. It's all right here in front of you. The good folks over at Adidas Basketball, they're on a mission. They're on a mission to change your perception of the sport. You could say that they're ready to introduce you to the next wave. And there's a reason why I say that. You'll see all of that in just a second. For those that are uninformed, or for those that are not aware, this here is the Adidas Pro Bounce. Now that says bounce, not boost, and there's a specific reason for that, and I'll get into that a little bit later. So without further ado, let's get right into this package. Again, big shout out to Adidas Basketball, aka Adidas Hoops, over on Instagram and Twitter. This is a media package, FYI. This is not what you're going to get at retail. So when you do go and get your shoes, they will not look like this. They'll be in the regular box. But really, that's not what's important. What's important is how these babies perform on the court. So what I'm going to do is give you a good, thorough look at the shoe, at some of the details of the shoe, give you some of the technology behind the shoe to help you make your decision when it's time for you to go and buy yourself a pair. So let's take a quick look at the box here. As you see, it says bounce there. The shoes are on the inside. Looks very, very nice. They have the Adidas sticker here and Adidas sticker there. But on the back here, it says next wave. That's where I got the whole next wave thing from earlier when I was talking. I'm putting two and two together. Anyway, so let's take a look inside here. They have a little drawer here with a nice little Adidas 3-stripe tag here and like a little gold plated tag there. Very nice. See what we have. First up is a shirt, shirt. It is a shirt, and it says next wave, noun, a generation of athletes changing the game, and then to me. Basically what Adidas is trying to tell you, that with this shoe, they're equipping the next wave of athletes in the NBA. Adidas is gonna have a lot of their players wearing this shoe or a version of this shoe next year. So if that's something that you're into, if there are certain players that you like that are on the Adidas roster and you see them rocking these, well, maybe here's your opportunity to kind of put those two worlds together and you rock the same shoe that your favorite player in the NBA is wearing. So without further ado, let's stop with the t-shirts and with the fancy packaging, and let's get down to the meat of the thing, which is the shoes. So they have some nice Adidas stickers here. Take those off. Give this a spin and take this one off as well. Open up this nice fancy packaging, and there we go. Put this down on the floor here. So this is the Adidas Pro Bounce. It is their new basketball shoe, and the best thing about this basketball shoe, hear me now, is that the pricing is at $120. There's also a low top version of this shoe that's going to be for $110, and then there's another version called the Mad Bounce, and that one's going to be $110. I believe that's going to be $100 or $110 as well. And for me, that's the sweet spot for sneakers, between $100 and $120. Not a lot of parents are able to spend $150, $160, $185 for a basketball shoe. So at between $100 and $120, it really allows a kid that wants to play ball and wants to play ball in a nice shoe to get something that they really like. And the fact that the NBA players are going to be wearing these as well, that's just a bonus. You get a solid shoe, plus you get a dope player that's wearing them as well. So that's a good thing in my book. So let's take a look at these, get these down. Oh, actually there's some details here. So it says, introducing Pro Bounce, built for basketball's next wave, the generation of athletes changing the game. Are you the next wave? Pro Bounce. It has a bounce midsole, floor to rim comfort. So inside of here is bounce. It's a cushioning technology that Adidas uses. However, it's not something that's brand new. It's actually been part of the line for a while. And if you are a fan of Dame Lillard, you already know about bounce because that's what Dame uses in his shoes. Dame doesn't use boost, he uses bounce. And if Dame's play is any indication of how good bounce is, well, I think we're in for a treat when it comes to these shoes. So they have bounce and it's full length, floor to rim comfort, and from what I understand, it goes all the way from the heel to the toe. So you're getting that full bounce experience all the way through your foot, which is very, very nice. it has a propulsion plate. So here you can see the propulsion plate, it's in plastic, and that's gonna help with the ride from the heel to the toe, but it also provides some torsion when you're moving your foot from left to right and gives you a little bit of a snap back when you're making those moves, when you're planting your foot and you're cutting back the other way. That torsion plate helps you get back a little bit. Next, they have forged mesh. Now, this is probably one of the cooler things on the upper of this shoe, and it's not something that's brand new, but it's something that Adidas is starting to use more. So forged fiber is essentially yarn that's wrapped in a TPU that gives it a little bit more durability and a little bit more resiliency. You can see where they double it up here at the mid panel on the medial side, and then here on the lateral side as well. So these are the areas, the heavy wear areas, I would say. So Adidas is giving you an extra bit of forged fiber there, but then they also have it across the top of your foot near the laces here, and that's gonna provide some additional lockdown, so there's not as much stretch in the fabric to allow your foot to kind of escape off of the insole. So that extra forged fiber there that reinforces that, so kind of keeps you locked in addition to what the laces are already doing. The other thing that they have here is a molded collar, and this is nice. It's molded, but it's padded really well. You can feel the padding here on the inside. So the padding extends all the way from the collar down to here around your ankle and heel, and then inside the shoe, it looks like they just have a layer covering up the forged fiber. So it's like a dual layer. You have the forged fiber on top, and then there's a layer of material, like a thin layer of padding on the inside as well, which should provide your foot with a lot of cushioning. And then the tongue, it's padded as well, and it looks like this is just a mesh, that this isn't actual forged fiber, but it's just a mesh there to kind of help keep you locked in. Now, as far as the style of the shoe, let me take this down. The style of the shoe really reminds me of the Alpha Bounce Instinct. I don't know if you guys have seen the Alpha Bounce Instinct. I did an unboxing on them a little while ago, but this midsole has that same sort of feel as the Alpha Bounce, and I feel like it's a mix of that shoe and then another shoe that I really loved from Adidas, which was the Prime Knit Crazy Explosive. I played in those like crazy. I still play in them. I think they released like 2 years ago, but it still remains one of my favorite Adidas basketball shoes to play in. And if you haven't tried those yet, I definitely recommend you try those because they're really good. This to me seems like a mix of the Alpha Bounce and the Adidas Crazy Explosive. So it uses the bounce technology for the cushioning, but then it has the styling and the look of the Crazy Explosive, and mixes those two together to create the Pro Bounce, which I think is a good mix because I do really like both of those shoes. So just wanted to give you a quick look at these. Again, these are going to be $120, and that is the sweet spot, that $100 to $120. That's like, most people can afford a basketball shoe in that range, and I appreciate Adidas looking out for folks in that area. I haven't had a chance to actually try these on yet, but I'm definitely anxious to give them a run and give them some time on the court. Hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing of the Adidas Pro Bounce. Big shout out to the folks at Adidas Basketball, aka Adidas Hoops, on Twitter and Instagram. I appreciate you guys for sending these over and letting me share them with the audience. And speaking of the audience, guys, if you like this video, make sure you go ahead, like, favorite, and subscribe. And if you really love what you see here and want to see more unboxings just like this, make sure you turn on your notifications. I'm Jacques Slade. As always, I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.